All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and salutation, much love to Yakim out there, pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. And this stuff, Brother Ash, Great Millstone, Tampa. Just going to do a quick video, Lord, so it's edifying to hopefully elect, just exposing, making bare this devil, exposing more of his lies and, you know, revealing the son of perdition, as the scriptures say. But let me just play this clip. We all know it. Oppenheimer, Robert Oppenheimer.
He knew the world would not be the same. Few people laughed. Few people cried. Most people were silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Vishnu is trying to persuade the prince that he should do his duty, and to impress him takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds."
There he is, the destroyer of worlds. What does the Bible say about that? And here he is, Oppenheimer, which, you watch the movie. That movie is not historically accurate. They put a lot of bullshit in there. So just don't believe everything you've seen in that movie, which we'll go get into a little bit of it. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but these devils, you got to remember, are not original. They always stealing from other people. Jake never gets any kind of credit because this technology I'm coming to find out through studies or looking into Nikola Tesla that all of this shit that we use today and see today all was stolen from that man that you don't even know about. You might have heard of Nikola Tesla passing, but passing, in passing, but I guarantee you don't know no details about his life. But anyway, before we get to that, let's just get into the scriptures, all right? Because who is this destroyer of worlds that we just heard? All right, Robert Oppenheimer, J. Robert Oppenheimer. What is that all about? Why did he get the credit for that? Ultimately, Esau, Edom, but the Lord has given him the capabilities to harness this power to cause weapons of mass destruction. Okay. And again, this was technology that Nikola Tesla was, coming to find, and he didn't create it though. He didn't stumble on it to create weapons of mass destruction at first. He did say he had different death rays and shit like that, but which Esau, again, we're gonna get into it. Esau took all that and used it for himself to make weapons. But we'll get into it, and the scriptures say he would do so. It's Isaiah 54:6. It says, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work." And what is that instrument? Those nuclear missiles, ultimately. But damn, Salakia. It's that mineral water, carbonated. Gives you the gases. He created all this weaponry to destroy. And what's another weapon? The harp. Cloudy, seeding, all that shit that he does in the skies. And he's been doing it for a long time. And where do you think he got that technology from? Well, coming to find out, it's all from that Nikola Tesla. And again, he just turned it into something evil, And that's why they had to silence Nikola Tesla, and lo and behold, you're going to see who was the guy in charge of that, who was sanctioned to go through his files and all that. It says, "Behold, I have created a smith that..." Let's get some different translations here. Let's go to the NLT. It says, "I have created the blacksmith who fans the coals beneath the forge and makes the weapons of destruction." Who was the one that said they created weapons of mass destruction? It says, and I have created the armies that destroy. What armies have gone around the world destroying, dropping bombs, nuclear bombs, atomic bombs? Well, actually, you look into Project Fishbowl, all right? These are all documents that the governments have released. Project Fishbowl, they shot nuclear missiles into the sky, trying to go through the firmament and shit. Bugs. Matter of fact, we just look it up real quick. Just a quick, I ain't gonna go into it completely, but just to show you that this devil, he don't care about the earth, man. He's going around destroying it. Project Fishbowl. They got, you can go into it. Here's the documents, the official documents somewhere in here. Yeah, it's a proposed series of high altitude nuclear effects tests to be performed during March 1st, 1962, 1962, or was it 1962? And here's the different studies on it. You can look into it. The nuclear weapon tests cited by NASA, but they got the images. You can see the footage. They got footage. You can just see it with them blowing shit up in the atmosphere, nukes in the atmosphere, like the devil that he is. But anyway. It says, NIV, see, it is I who created the blacks. Yeah, the Lord created this devil for what? The day of evil. The Lord created all things, yet even the wicked, for the day of evil. Let's see here. Really, there's no day of evil in the scriptures. I think it's in what is it? Proverbs. Proverbs 16:4. The Lord had made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. So the Lord created this devil for the day of evil. Right? He created a blacksmith for this purpose. It says, who fans the coals into flames and forges a weapon fit for its work. And it is I who have created the destroyer to wreak havoc. And that's what Esau has been doing and is going to continue to do until the Lord returns and puts an end to his charade of destruction. BBECC, I have made the iron worker. That glittering, and what did he make? He made that glittering sword, man. It says, blowing on the burning coals and making the instrument of war by his work. And I have made the waster for destruction. Another word for waster is a destroyer. And did not Oppenheimer say, I have become the destroyer of worlds? Okay. But that's why this devil's got to be stopped. Because if not, like the scriptures say, if the days were not shortened, there will be no flesh to be saved. He would just kill everything and everybody. I mean, you see the state of the earth now. This nigga's been doing this shit for years, decades, hell, centuries, really. He's been doing cloud seeding and shit like that since the late 1700s. Obviously they didn't have technology like that, but they were doing different experiments with burning wildfires and see if it would affect the weather. And now with all this HAARP, which again, they've been doing that for a long time. Manipulating the weather, and we got to remember this devil. He got the gift to deceive the nations. So he tells you one thing, but he's doing the complete opposite. Global warming, yeah, you're causing it. You're the one spraying shit in the chemical or the air, destroying the water. Okay. And then he doesn't even hide it. Esau doesn't even hide it. He declassifies these documents that anyone can just look at, but nobody seems to care except for the elect, the ones that help create this earth. See, the ones that the ones that are running this society, the elites of Edomites, right? The elites of Esau, they are all about destroying the earth. But the elites or the elect of Israel, all right, the Israelites, they help make the world. So they want to propagate life. All right, they want to speak life like Yahushua. But the devil, he's going to do the opposite. He's going to speak death and bring nothing but death. Like the scriptures say, death followed him wherever he went. Revelation 11:18, the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. So the Lord is about to come reward his servants, the prophets and the saints, and those that fear his name. He's going to give them salvation, and then to the wicked, all right, chiefly the destroyer of their worlds, right? He's going to be destroyed. He has to be destroyed. He has to be taken out. This dude's a cancer, a liar, a thief, a murderer, all of the above. This guy, he's got to be eradicated off the face of the earth, eliminated. Okay, he since Esau has gone around and made animals extinct. Well, guess what? That's what we're going to do with you when the time comes. All right, pursuing the Obadiah. NIV, the nations are, I just want the last part, and for destroying those who destroy the earth and all. And it is time to destroy all who have caused destruction on the earth. The chief man, if not where, who is he? Edomites. All right, so let's go to, let's see here. Yeah, this is a historical, this is on the government website, office. I'm going to pull it up in a second. Hold on. All right, this is Office of the Historian, history.state.gov, historical documents. All right, this is on the government website. They're not hiding it whatsoever. 1967. But what is this memorandum from the Deputy Undersecretary of State for Political Affairs, Kohler? Okay, and what were they doing in 1967? Weather modification in North Vietnam and Laos, Project Pai Pai. All right, that's why they because they were losing the war. You know, they were getting their ass whooped. So what they had to do, they had to turn to using this technology that they stole from Tesla into a weapon. All right. So you can see the link right here if you want to, read all of that. But it says, I'll read a little bit of it. It says the Department of Defense has requested our approval to initiate the operational phase of Project Pai Pai in selected areas, and it shows you the map. It says along the infiltration routes in northern Vietnam and southern Laos. The objective of the program is to produce sufficient rainfall along these lines of communication to interdict or at least interfere with truck traffic between North and South Vietnam. So you don't think they're still doing this to this day? And again, the Lord is allowing Esau to do all these things, all these natural disasters that are taking place, earthquakes and these different storms, the scorching heat, the wildfires. All these things aren't coincidence. And of course, ultimately, it's all the Lord. But Yahweh Shem Yahshua is allowing this devil to destroy the earth so he can be destroyed. All right, it says a test phase of Project Pai Pai was approved by state and defense and conducted during October 1966 in a strip of the Lao Panhandle. All right, so they did this, man. Cloud seeding. This was in the 60s. During the test phase, more than 50 cloud seeding experiments were conducted. Yeah, and this is all sanctioned by your Department of Defense, DOD. All right, so you can go into it and see. There's plenty of projects that you can go into that this devil has the Panama Deception, all that project, the Tuskegee experiments, so on and so forth. But this one, we're talking about him destroying the earth, man. Because what is he using, right, to do all these things? Okay, how is he doing? He's sending different. He puts different particles in the air, metal particles that you're breathing in, so that he can ultimately modify the weather as a weapon. And I got another article here from the Smithsonian website. Oh shit! There we go. All right, so this is on the Smithsonian website. It says weather control as a Cold War weapon in the 19th. So this is even before our Project Pi Pi. It says in the 50s, some U.S. scientists warned that without immediate action, the Soviet Union would control the Earth's thermometers. And again, this is Nikola Tesla died in like 42. Matter of fact. And again, and what were they using? They're using the modern day HAARP. Well, that's what they call it today, HAARP, which is high. You can just look it up what it means. The frequencies they put out, bugging people out and shit. It also is manipulating the weather. Yeah, so you go into this and they tell. Here, look at this. Hold on. Rainmaking or weather control, and this is a quote from this guy. You can look him up. Langmuir, Dr. Langmuir, something like that. Okay, here it is. It says rainmaking or weather control can be as powerful a war weapon as an atom bomb. All right. So they know, Esau knows that weather modification, all right, the devil knows that he can modify the weather and use it as a weapon of war, as you see him doing around the earth. And why, again, how is he able to do these things? Well, the Lord has allowed him to do these things. The Lord's given him some kind of understanding of how to manipulate the elements, man, or the very air that you breathe. What is this? It's Ephesians 2:2. Wherein in time past, he walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. Well, who's the prince of the power of the air? It's Esau. He's the one in charge right now. He's the one in power. And let's go into the word air, just in case you don't know what air is. Well, here it says the air, particularly the lower and denser air, is distinguished from the higher and rarer air, the atmospheric region. And what does he do to control that? Well, he controls it in the lower air, under the firmament. He can't go past the firmament. He's trying to go to talking about he going to the moon. You can't even go past the firmament. Again, go back to the Operation Fishbowl. They shot nukes trying to go past the firmament. So all these satellites and shit, that's still under the firmament, I believe. Because if you can't even shoot a nuke past it, the people think, the firmament is like 5 miles up and that's it. No, the Earth is huge, okay, and the firmament is around it. And Esau knows that. It says a Nobel Peace Prize winning physicist said today, Dr. Irving Langmuir, pioneer in rainmaking. Right? It's like he a Native American doing a rain dance. Nope, they're destroying the earth to do so, to control the weather. So it said the government should seize on the phenomenon of weather control as it did on atomic energy when Albert Einstein told the late President Roosevelt in 1939 of the potential power of an atom-splitting weapon. And where do you think Albert Einstein got that concept from? He was a fucking moron. All right. Contrary to popular belief. And what was he? He was an Amalekite. So of course they would put him on the pedestal as the smartest man ever, when he wasn't. He was a bumbling idiot that none of his actual works was ever proven. It was all a bunch of theories and lies. Okay. It says in the and again, you keep in mind of this time frame, because Nikola Tesla was still alive. Matter of fact, well, I'll get to it. It says in the amount of energy, okay, in the potential power of an atom-splitting weapon, in the amount of energy liberated, the effect of 30 milligrams of silver iodide under optimum conditions equals that of one atomic bomb. And this is what they spray in the air: silver iodine, barium oxide, aluminum oxide, all these metal particles. All right. Because they have some kind of understanding of how they affect the weather. And with his HAARP, all right, which is, or you just look at that. HARP. It stands for High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. Okay. So what do? They spray them chemicals up in the air and then shoot frequencies. All right. And they fucking manipulate the air. High power. It's high power transmitter facility, and then with that electrical particle or the metal particles they're putting out in the atmosphere, in the lower and denser air, all right, which is under the firmament, right? They're able to manipulate the weather, plain and simple. And again, they've been doing this since the 40s, 50s. So, yeah, these guys, Esau's a liar and the father of it. All right, what the scriptures say, they be born speaking lies. So of course, you're gonna everything they're gonna teach you is most likely gonna be a lie or it's deception, right? Because then we read that. Matter of fact, let's go to Revelation. We were already there, but Revelation 20. And I saw an angel come down from the heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and the great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent. Oh, hold on. That old serpent, the devil, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. So that Esau was bound 1,000 years and cast him into the dark ages. That's what they call it, right? And shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loosed a little season. So what do you think he gonna do when he was loosed a little season? He gonna go to deceiving the nations again for his benefit, for he can get the riches. All right, and now the nations are getting tired of it. All right, and again, this is these things that these presidents and all these people are all connected, man. It's all a bunch of devil worshiping, all right, Edomites that rule America or run America. Like Donald Trump. How did Donald Trump become president? Well, we're going to come to find out that he was tied to Nikola Tesla some way. And I'll show it. So this is Tesla. This is on pbs.org. I'm not going to read this whole thing. But in other words, he made, as he was discovering these new technologies that had been completely forgotten, allegedly, and no credit whatsoever has been given to Tesla for the modern day devices we use, technology we use. All of them come from this man right here. You can do your own research, but let's see. After he died, matter of fact, let's see. After he died, what happened? Let's see when he died. He was born. He died in 1943, so that's why I said, remember where the time frames were. So look what it says here. Hold on, where was it? Oh, they changed it. Huh, interesting. Okay, well, after he died, let's go back to this. After he died, the FBI came into his hotel room. Oh, what happened? Uh-oh, Esau don't want that to come out. Okay. Yeah, he had a heart attack or some shit like that, or bullshit. They killed that dude. Well, okay, so when he died, the FBI came in right here. Just before his death at the height of World War II, he claimed that he had perfected his so-called death beam. So it was natural that the FBI and other U.S. government agencies would be interested in the scientific ideas involving weaponry. Yeah, so they just got rid of him because he was also trying to, allegedly as well, trying to sell it to the Russians, the USSR. But it says the morning after his, and remember, this dude's a liar and a deceiver. The morning after the inventor's death, his nephew went into the hotel. But by the time he had arrived, Tesla's body had already been removed and suspected that someone had already gone through his uncle's effects. All right, technical papers were missing, as well as black notes and a bunch of trunks that he kept his information in. And let's see. All right, P.E. Foxworth, assistant director of the FBI office, was called in to investigate. According to Foxworth, the government was vitally interested in Tesla's papers. 2 days after Tesla's death, representatives of the Office of Alien Property went to his room at the New York hotel and seized all his possession. And lo and behold, who was the one that went? Dr. John G. Trump. John G. Trump. Huh. Now, what the hell is John G. Trump, an electrical engineer with the National Defense Research Committee of the Office of Scientific Research and Development, was called to analyze the Tesla papers. So this is John G. Trump. Let's find out who that is. John G. Trump. How do I, here we go. We'll just click on his Wikipedia. Usually it pops up with his siblings and whatnot, but let's see. Let's see here. Parents, no. See, usually it'll show who his family was. I don't know why it's not showing it now. But here we go. Got the proof right here. Now, your boy Donald Trump, and lo and behold, his uncle is John G. Trump. And look at the dates: 1907, 1985. His uncle was John G. Trump, the guy that was sanctioned by what was it? What committee was it? The Office of Alien Property sanctioned Dr. John G. Trump. So the Trump family ain't just a bunch of nobodies that just popped up out of nowhere. Apparently, clearly, they were actually involved in this cover up, if you will, with more deception of the devil to steal this man's his life works, so that he could in turn turn around and use it for his own purposes. And also those enemies that he made, okay, were, one of them was J.P. Morgan. And the other one was Thomas Edison, he's credited for making the filament in the light bulb and the father of electricity and all this bullshit. So those two became enemies to Nikola Tesla. So give me one second. Yeah, so let's find out again. This company, which sells you electricity, right? And Tesla was on to providing free electricity. Well, let's see who's some of the founders of General Electric that still stands to this day, right? Well, who was it? Thomas Edison and J.P. Morgan. So those are some of the enemies he made. But again, Esau used all that so that he can rule the nations through deception and then create a fiat currency to keep you on the hamster wheel. But we'll end off on here. Nahum chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey depart not." All right. How was this place established? Through rape, robbery, and murder, and lies, deception. To this day, you're still being lied to. About a majority of how things actually work in the world. And we're going to get the full understanding. The elect will, all right? Just like King Solomon had the knowledge of all the operation of the elements, we're going to get that. Esau's trying to scratch and blow shit up, and trying to figure things out. Habakkuk 2:12, "Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity." And this America was established by rape, robbery, and murder. And that's fact. So Lord's willing, this was edifying to the hopeful elect. So next time I say shalom.